So President Trump decided to do the thing that he says he hates, which is join the outrage mob and partake in cancel culture. I hate that phrase so much. It's so stupid. But anyway, look at what he said. He said, "Don't buy Goodyear tires. They announced a ban on MAGA hats. Get better tires for far less. This is what the radical left Democrats do. Two can play the same game, and we have to start playing it now." Okay, so now let me change my graphic as I'm talking to you guys. I still got the weed thing over my shoulder, but I digress. Now, why is he saying this? What's he talking about? Well, he's alluding to a story that blew up in right-wing media, and the story shows a slide which says, here's what's acceptable to wear, and it was like Black Lives Matter and LGBTQ stuff, and it was like, that's fine to wear. Here's what's not fine to wear: Blue Lives Matter stuff, MAGA stuff, and other like right-wing stuff. And it's a slide, and it says it's part of like diversity training for Goodyear tires. So Trump heard that, all the right-wing media outlets reported it, and then he went with like, boycott Goodyear, boycott him. Now here's the problem. Goodyear was asked about this, and they're like, we have no idea what these people are talking about. That's not a slide for any diversity training or something that we have. That's not our policy at all. So what was it? Was it just a hoax? Very possible. Very possible it was just a hoax. And the President of the United States called for a boycott of an American company in a swing state during an election. What a dunce. Okay, no, guys, this is literally like the perfect encapsulation of why Trump is struggling so massively this time in a way that he wasn't in 2016. Because he's so bombarded with culture war all day long, drunk on Fox News, drunk on One America News Network, in that right-wing bubble so deep that he can't see straight. And he falls for a story like this, and then he ends up calling for a freaking boycott of an American company in a swing state during an election. And by the way, I mean, other people are pointing this out. This is a minor point, but yeah, they have Goodyear tires on his, his presidential vehicle or whatever, because they're apparently the best ones for what they need it for. When it comes to the way the president travels, it's bulletproof and all types of craziness going on. So, I mean, guys, this is just a giant gift to Joe Biden when he does this. It's a giant gift. And also, yes, call it what it is. It is him participating in cancel culture. What happened? I thought freedom of speech is so important. And they always say, when it's the left boycotting something, they're like, freedom of speech. If you're boycotting, you don't believe in freedom of speech. But they can boycott and it's totally fine. And they're boycotting over something that was probably a hoax. Come on, son. Come on. I love how he says, this is what the radical left does, and now we have to start playing the same game. So yes, cancel culture is bad unless we do it. In that case, it's good. See, I'm sorry, he's lost all of his political instincts. He's not hitting over trade deals, he's not hitting over war, he's not hitting over corruption, he's doing stuff like this. So Biden is like, yummy in my tummy, thank you very much for this gift, and look at the ad he runs.
The president is calling for a boycott of a big American company. Goodyear makes its home in Akron, Ohio.
And so I would be very much in favor if people don't want to buy there.
A company with a 122-year history in Akron, Ohio, thousands of American workers, and competitors all over the world, and a sitting president who's spinning out of control would risk American jobs to try to save his own.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
I mean, it was a layup. That was a layup of an ad. A layup. Can you imagine any other American president doing that? Calling for a boycott of an American company in a swing state during an election. And by the way, he's down. Trump is down there now. Now he's going to be down there even more. All because of culture war stuff. I mean, it would have been amazing if the Democrats actually had planned this out. They didn't, because they're not that intelligent, but if they had planned it out from the beginning, let's trick them with a fake slide, culture war stuff, and then they'll run with it, the right-wing media, and then Trump will call for the boycott. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, he doesn't have it anymore. He doesn't have it. if all your arguments are Biden's Antifa, Biden's a Marxist, Biden's not tough enough on China, Biden's not in favor of law and order even though he wrote the crime bill, and then now you turn around and try to boycott an American company because you were triggered by a fake story. I'm starting to think that CNN poll may have been an outlier. There was one CNN poll that had Biden up 4 points on Trump, when the month previous it was 14 points up. Starting to think that was the outlier because, there was another poll that just came out with Biden 10 up, which is more in line with what he's been. So I'll tell you what, man, if Trump keeps going down this path, he's going to get trounced. Because you know what? Sometimes he's very instinctual. And that helped him a lot in 2016. This time it's hurting him. It really is. Because there's never, he doesn't take a minute to think through stuff. It's just like, he sees something, he reacts to it. And in this instance, where he was convinced that, that Goodyear Tires is going full politically correct nonsense, he was like, immediate reaction to it, and I guarantee you all of his advisors behind the scenes are like, you colossal jackass. First of all, you're promoting cancel culture. Second of all, it's not real. Third of all, you're calling for a boycott of an American company during an election where you're down and it's in a swing state. This is too perfect. It's too perfectly stupid. It's like how Trump literally couldn't make a casino profitable, a place where they come and give you money. Oh man, that was something else.